It's called trying to do too much. So I appreciate you sticking around and promise you that I am centering and quieting my busy mind so that I can receive any and everything that is being downloaded to me and through me to pass through to you. Let's start with a couple centering breaths. I know I sent an email talking about the recipe for cookies, and if you follow the recipe, you'll get chocolate chip cookies every time. And that's what I want us to look at today for our lives. But I need to just breathe. Sometimes you have to just bring it down. That's right, Max. Peace, be still. Okay, cool. And I had them put Mozzie upstairs in the room with Ryan. So that way, Mozzie won't be climbing all over me when I'm trying to talk to you all tonight. Okay, so in the email that I sent to you, I don't need these right now. In the email that I sent to you, it was referring to having goals, basically. And when you have a goal, that's a start. But there's a need for a blueprint. There's a need for a path, right? So the goal tells you where you want to go. But there are things that you have to do every single day to keep you moving towards that goal, because at some point you'll reach that goal if you're going in that direction. But if you're off a little bit and you're going in this direction, you can have the proper goal set, but you will never hit that goal no matter what you do, because you're not doing the proper things to bring you in alignment with that goal. So if your movements are all going this way, but your goal is here, you're never going to get there. And it will be frustrating because you may think you're doing the proper things or you're doing something, you're busy. That's probably the best way to put it. How often do we do things out of just to think we're doing something? It's not a revenue generating income. It's not a revenue generating activity. It's not an activity that's bringing us closer to our family or friends. It's not anything that's going to be profitable in love, profitable in money, profitable in health. It's just busy. And it's really easy to get caught up in doing busy work when you are used to being busy for the sake of working in the physical and being busy. So tonight, for a few minutes, the purpose of us being in this space together is for me to share a couple of practical tools and tips that will help you to stay in alignment with your goal so that systematically everything that you do, the accumulated repetition of doing it again and again and again, the fundamentals, your foundation is set so that it's second nature for you to take action that automatically aligns you with your goals. Okay, so in the email, I put something about, the recipe for chocolate chip cookies. So how many of us have a recipe for your life, so to speak? So you may have a goal and you'll say, I want to make this much money. I want to travel to these destinations. I want to be in this type of health. I want, this type of job or this type of business. This is what I want. So when you look at a recipe book for chocolate chip cookies, it'll have the picture of the cookies and it'll say, delicious cookies in 20 minutes or something like that, the prep time. But then it lists all these ingredients that you have to go and get from the grocery store, verify that you have them in your cabinet, and there's a measurement. Everything is precise, it's precision. And if you follow the precise steps every time, you will get the chocolate chip cookies, right? So I'm proposing that if we take the same approach to whatever it is we want to see happen in our lives, and we always have room for grace, right? So it's not that you have to do everything perfect, but if you know for a fact that it's your desire to slim down or to be more toned, more fit, more flexible, more vitality, then it's probably not the best decision to drink a lot of sugar drinks or eat ice cream right before bed. Or there's some steps that you take that bring you into alignment with the body, with the health regimen, with the physical manifestations that you want to see take place in your body. So the same holds true with our careers, with our goals, with our businesses. If you know for a fact that your goal is to operate a business that does X, Y, and Z, whatever that is, you've painted that picture, you know what your business is going to be about, then, then what it is that you will do on a daily basis is support that vision. You'll be in alignment with making that happen. So every day you're working on something to do with your business. You're aligning with people who've already done it so you can kind of model behind what worked for them because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You're researching. You're getting education on what it is you need to know so that you can be competitive or at the forefront of your market. You're doing your craft. You're spending time in that. That's what you're spending time with, right? So you're not really watching a lot of television. You can't keep up with everything on the shows. So when people are having a conversation about what happened on Housewife or any type of show, you really don't know because you don't have opportunity to watch that. So fruits of your labor, right? That's one of the biggest things. If you would like to see the fruits of your labor, then the labor has to be put in first. So with the chocolate chip cookies, we have the recipe. We know exactly what goes in. We know exactly how much. So you may say, well, I don't know how much I need to work on my business every day. I don't, what do you do? And then you may say, okay, I'm going to dedicate, if you have a job 9 to 5, so you're going to dedicate 1 hour every morning before you go to work to focusing on your business. If you are looking to get a promotion or you're looking to elevate something in your life, you'll focus that amount of time every morning before work to that. If it's something to do with your health, you will want to allocate time in the morning before work to exercise. The fruits of your labors. If you wake up every morning and you do sit-ups and crunches and planks and curls and you exercise every morning, you're doing something for your health, your body's going to respond. You will see the fruits of your labor. So you decide what it is that you want and what does it take to achieve that. And every single day, you have to do that. Every day. There's no day where you don't. And when you don't, it's because you plan to not. You don't wake up one day and don't feel like it and don't do it. That's the part where it separates, those who make it and who are successful with whatever that venture is and those who are not. Now, some days you may not feel it, right? So there's something that you can't do. So if you had a planned day off from your business or a planned day off from your workout, but you take it on another time, then you have to give it up. You only get so many, I know some people call it like a cheat day. You only get so many days off. And you have to think about your business. If we're talking about your business, just like your 9 to 5, you only get so many vacation days. You only get so many, an hour for lunch. You have so many moments that you're actively engaged. If you're talking about growing your business, that you have to commit to your business and to your craft. Let's see what else. There was one other thing. Okay. So you may look up tomorrow and say, it's the end of the year. Last year I set this goal. Well, let's ask that question first. We all set goals. Does everybody set a goal? Do you set New Year resolutions? At the start of the year, are you setting a resolution to say, this year I am going to accomplish this? This year, all these things are going to take place in my life. I know I've set a lot of New Year's goals. Now, where do you put those goals is the question. When you set the goal, where do you put it? If that goal is not in the forefront of your mind or where you can see it every day, it should be on your bathroom mirror. It should be somewhere where you can see it every day. It should be on your desk. It should be on your nightstand. That goal should follow you around like a plague, so to speak. Everywhere you look, you see your goal and you see reminders of what it is you're bringing forth, because that will be the adjustment that you need so that you're here's your goal, and then you're moving in the direction of your goal consistently. If you don't see it, somebody might be able to distract you, or the ice cream or whatever the thing is that's distracting you may pull you away. But if you look at that goal, it's like, no, I got to stay focused on my goals. So a plague of goals. Hey, it came to mind. So you want to make sure you have it in front of you. It has to be this, I heard in the Napoleon Hill, the burning desire. It's got to be something that's etched in your soul. You have to be obsessed with it. If it's your relationship with somebody and the fruits of your labor, we could just put it that simply. So if you're looking to see some dynamic fruits in your relationship with somebody, the work, what type of work is going into this planting the seed of a dynamic, sensual, passionate, loving, fun relationship? That takes a lot of work. If it's anything past the first 90 days, it's going to take a lot of investing and courting and seeing, how can I give? Where can I give? Where can I do something to spice it up? That takes a lot of work. And the fruits of that will be this sensual, dynamic relationship. So one takeaway for tonight is you definitely need to have your goals. We agree on that. And then second, the action plan to get towards your goals, right? So you have your destination. This is where I'm going. But your direction has to keep you in alignment with your destination. So the direction every day. So if I had a goal and my goal was to, let's say my goal is to, make, say my goal is to make $100,000. I want to make $100,000 in my business in a year. I want to make $100,000, just to put that out there. What does that mean monthly? Okay, so then you break that down. So what does that mean as far as what it is that you're offering? What ways are you going to go about getting that amount of income? So what are your products? What are your services? What are you offering? How many different sales calls or how many different launches do you have to have? How many campaigns? So you have to back all that out. And not just the goal is on your bathroom mirror, but your steps are on your bathroom mirror. So it may be 10 steps that you come up with to reach that goal. So if that was my goal, to earn $100,000 in a year, then my goal would say $100,000. What do I need? 15 products, 50 subscribers, whatever that looks like. And you go down the list. And then you say, okay, so when I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like it, but I just saw my goal, now I'm motivated. Now I'm ready. Okay. So let's see my notes. I think that's it. So what you're writing out is your recipe. And you may say, okay, for 15 minutes every morning, I'm going to do creative visualization. For 15 minutes every night, I'm going to do creative visualization. So if that's me saying, okay, I'm going to earn $100,000 in my business in 12 months. Okay. You may say, I'm going to earn $100,000 in my business in 1 month. Wherever you are, start with your number. So you put your number there and then you hold that vision. So I'm just thinking for 15 minutes quietly. I set a timer on my phone. What does that feel like? Okay. $15 or $100,000 a year. Okay. So I earn $10,000 a month in my business. Okay. What does that feel like? Oh, okay. So we travel. And where is that coming from? Okay. So the money's coming into my account and you just playing around. You're focused on that for the full 10, 15 minutes that go. And it may be a loving, passionate, sensual relationship with my partner. Okay, what does that feel like? Oh, he came up and kissed me on the back of my neck. I like that. Oh, he did this. Oh, we went dancing. Oh, how does that feel? And 15 minutes, you're just doing it. Oh, I got out of a nice warm bath. I had my bath bombs in there. I did a nice detox bath. I rubbed on my lotion. I got up. As I was coming out of the room, he was like, dang, baby, you look good. Whatever that looks like for you, you envision it. And what I will guarantee you is if you're envisioning these things and you're putting forth the spiritual and the emotional effort, once you begin to take steps in the physical, it doesn't take a very long time for things to align. It's surprisingly, sometimes freakishly scary when it first happens because you're like, like, no, this doesn't happen this fast once you realize what you're tapping into. So I think that's all I have right now. I have discovered how to download these and put them on my YouTube channel. So I'll be doing that over the next couple of days because the webinar jam stays active for about 24 hours. So I appreciate you for joining me, and our 6-week brand new me masterclass is on fire. We are having a ball. We are only 1 week in and everybody is lit and making some great headway. I will give you guys the information. Actually, if you want information on it, just shoot me an email. You can reply back to wherever you saw this link, DM me, send me a private message. I'm not going to put anything up to sign up now because it's not available. We closed the cart for a little while because I am working really, 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 really intensely with this small group of dynamic women. When I say dynamic, I'm looking in the group and they're saying, oh, I filed my entity papers. Oh, I'm doing this. And I'm meeting up with these people to do this. And I'm sitting back like, we got started November the 4th. We got 30 days to launch. But we do so much in the spiritual. We wake up it's 4:25 for me. So we're live at 4:25 Central, 5:25 Eastern. And we're exercising and meditating and saying our declaration for about 20 minutes. And then they work on their business plan or whatever their goal is for the next 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, depending on their morning. But if you've seen some of my Instagram posts, you see me look real weird because I'm putting like a 1-minute clip of me exercising. And the one today was really weird because I was doing a stretch in my glutes and I'm like grabbing my butt or something. I'm trying to show a glute stretch, but the cover showed really wacky. So, but it's all intensive. We do a lot of work in the spiritual. Then we hop back on a call once in the afternoon, just for an afternoon alignment call, just to make sure that we're still moving towards that goal, to make sure we're still focused because things happen. People call us, traffic, the job, and things don't go the way we planned, and life happens. So we get on that call to make sure, hey, we're responding to everything that happens as though we've already achieved everything on our list that we want to achieve. So, and in the evening, we have a evening lesson, but they were kind enough to allow me to stick with my Wednesday promise of doing a free live webinar. I asked them, would they be okay? And they said, yeah, we're okay. We'll do some catch up work. Social media. Oh, thanks, Max. Yes, Max is in the class and Max is on fire. Max keeps me on my toes because I look up and I'm like, okay, she just inspired me to come up with some more stuff. And I'm like, this is amazing. We get off at 4:45 my time. I'm in Dallas. And my goal is to lay back down for an hour and a half before I take Ryan to school. I have not been able to do that yet because of the fireballs that they drop in this group. And it feels so good to know that I'm used, something's being dropped in my spirit, because I don't take credit for any of this information. The only thing I take credit for is being open and available to be a vessel. And I am so glad that God chose me, because to interact with people on this level has been my affirmation and my desire. So it'd be so much just fire. So I can't even go back to sleep until after I take Ryan. And sometimes I'll grab a nap after our 11 o'clock call for a second. But it's like, the energy is amazing. The other night, my friend called and he's like, what are you still doing up? I said, I can't go to sleep because somebody sent me a text and they said, God is pleased with you. And it's just the reaffirming, because when somebody takes a chance on you and they invest their dollars and you want to coach somebody, it's a humbling experience because it starts like, Lord, okay, this is real. Somebody is really depending on what's flowing through me for their life to elevate. Am I ready? And then that's when God says, I've been waiting on you to get ready. I've been trying to flow this through you for the last 3 years, and you beyond ready. Go, open your mouth, and then I'll talk. And I say, okay. So it's a really, really, really amazing experience. I'll tell you guys more about it if you shoot me a message, but I will be back here live next week, Wednesday, so we can talk more about what we've been talking about, how to manifest things, how to get yourself in alignment with your goals, and how to see your goals unfold in your life. It's not hard. It takes accumulated repetition, and it's a mindset. Everything is mindset. And sometimes hearing it from somebody else helps to connect the dots. So I appreciate you. And let's see, anything in here? Yay! Thank you, thank you. To God be the glory. Yes, Max says changing lives. Amen. And mine too, because I get to see before my eyes again and again. And it's like, I'm like, it has to be similar to, I mean, this is weird, but here we go. You know me with my analogies. When the doctor delivers a baby. Now, this doctor may have delivered 300 babies, but it's that mother's first child or that mother's special child. It doesn't matter if they're mother's stepchild. That's that mother's child. So it doesn't matter how many babies that doctor has delivered. It is special to that patient at that time. And every time I see a testimonial or every time I hear somebody say this connected the dots for me, it's like all over again. And I can just feel the infusion of the spirit saying, you're letting me use you. Thank you. You're letting me use you. Keep it, keep your ego low, keep your receptivity high, stay in tune with me so I can use you. So that's it, everybody. I love you so much. I appreciate you joining me. If you want some information, DM me, shoot me a message. You may be able to put a message in here or shoot me an email, Vivian@vivhughes.com. And until next time, you have a wonderful night, and your goals and your steps to make it to your goals. Keep it on your bathroom mirror. Good night.